Now, in this lecture, we are going to see what is acceptance sampling. Before that, we will revise what we learned during our previous videos. We have seen X bar chart, R chart, P chart, and we have also seen problems based on P chart and C chart. Now, in this lecture, uh, now we are at the end of this chapter. Only 2 to 3 points are remaining. We are going to learn what is acceptance sampling, what are the different types of inspection, sampling plan, and single sampling plan, double sampling plan, operating characteristic curves, and producer risk and consumer risk. This is a small chapter, a small point we can say, and it is very important for quality control engineering. Just see what is acceptance sampling. The concept of acceptance sampling, it is the process of evaluating a portion of the product or material in a lot for the purpose of accepting or rejecting the lot, either confirming or not confirming to quality specification. As an engineer, you have to take these decisions. For example, suppose there is incoming raw materials are there, then whether you have to accept the lot or reject the lot, because the product's incoming quality is very important for our product. That's why this acceptance sampling is a decision making for a quality control engineer. There are two options available. Either you have to go for 100% inspection, or you have to go for sampling inspection. Just again we will see, inspection for the acceptance purpose is carried out at many stages in manufacturing, and there are two types of inspection. First is 100% inspection and sampling inspection. Just in recently we have seen that some developed countries, what they do, Germany has done a testing of coronavirus for all the maximum citizens, and what we are doing, we are making a sampling inspection. Only those are related with the patients, we are taking their sample and we are testing for coronavirus. Means because the 100% inspection, the cost is more, and the price, time, lots of energy is wasted in 100% inspection. But sometimes sampling inspection is also good. Okay, and it is used for in next slide we will see where it is what is the advantages of sampling inspection, what are the disadvantages of sampling inspection. Just see, where 100% inspection, all the parts or products are subjected to inspection, whereas in sampling inspection only sample is drawn from the lot and inspected. Okay, and here the next you will find what is sampling inspection. It is defined as a technique, the acceptance or rejection of a lot for or a population on the basis of number of defective parts found in a random sample drawn from the lot. If the number of defective items does not exceed the predetermined level, the lot is accepted, otherwise it is rejected. Okay, and the purpose is to distinguish between good lot and bad lot. And also the purpose of sampling inspection is to classify the lots according to their acceptability or non-acceptability. The sampling inspection is a very old process. In day-to-day life we are using this sampling inspection. Suppose you go to a grocery shop and you have to purchase a rice, then what you do, only by taking the same sample you are judging the quality, and you are deciding whether you have to purchase this or you have to purchase next quality. In the same way, when you go for buying a fruits or vegetables, what you do, suppose there are mangoes, then what you do, by taking a sample mango, just looking at or just tasting it, you will decide the quality of the whole lot, and according to which you decide whether you have to purchase it or you have to reject it. The same thing you have to do, but this is for mechanical parts and component. There are some standard procedure to doing this inspection that we are going to learn in sampling inspection. Okay, and after that, what is the advantages of sampling inspection? Just see, when the items are subjected to destructive test, at that time you have to go for sampling inspection. For example, bulbs, the electric bulbs, if you have to test the electric bulb, you have to destroy it, or you have to use its full life, then you will understand its life. Or and for that purpose, this type of products are tested for sampling inspection. And also the cost and time is quite less as compared with sampling inspection, as the case for coronavirus test I have discussed. The cost and time for individual or 100% inspection is more, and it is not affordable to country like ours. That's why we are going for sampling inspection. Then problem of inspection fatigue, which occurs in 100% inspection, is eliminated. You will identify that when you have to the operators get fatigue, when always you have to make 100% inspection. For that purpose, there may be errors sometimes, and that inspection fatigue is reduced in sampling inspection. The smaller inspection staff is necessary for sampling inspection. There is less damage to the products and more effective pressure on quality improvement. The rejection of lot on the basis of sampling brings much stronger pressure on quality improvements. It is very important. This sampling inspection emphasizes quality control engineer, manager and other staffs to go for quality. Okay. The next, what are the limitations of this sampling inspection? There is risk of making wrong decisions. The samples usually provides less information about the product than 100% inspection. Some extra planning and documentation is necessary. Just remember the words I have made underline. These may be asked in objective questions or MCQ questions. Okay, and after that we will see how the success of sampling scheme depends on. The success of sampling scheme depends on the randomness of sample. In the lot, there is chances that each one able to get selected randomly. It is having opportunity to get selected randomly. Then we can say that there is randomness of sample. It should not happen that there is a box and you are taking a sample from upper part only. You have to take from lower side, from left, right, all locations and all. It should represent the whole lot. Okay, you have to consider this. After that, the sample size, it depends on the lot size, which product, how much cost it is, and what are the quality characteristics you are taken. All these things are considered while choosing a sample size. After that, there should be what acceptance criteria you are going to decide, and the lot size. Okay, all these 5 things affect the success of sampling scheme. Okay, now we go for the what is the use of this acceptance sampling in industrial area? As you are a quality control engineer, you have to go and work in industry, either manufacturing, service or government. At that time you have to make a decisions whether you have to accept the lot or reject the lot. Here the first industrial application is to determine the quality and acceptability of incoming raw materials, component parts or products. After that you have to decide the acceptability of semi-finished product for further processing. From it undergoes operation from one machine to another machine, or from one department of to other department within factory. At every time you have to do this, you have to use this acceptance sampling. After that, to determine the quality of outgoing products. Okay, and next is for improving and maintaining the controlling the quality of the products manufacturing. All these are the uses for which you have to do the acceptance sampling. After that, once again I will repeat, it is used for incoming raw materials, part or components or products which you are borrowing from other industry or from your suppliers. Quality is quality of the material is tested before you have to accept, as well as acceptability of semi-finished products, that from lathe machine to drilling machine or from your machine shop to other shop for fabrication or for carpentry to fitting. This department, different departments, it depends on nature of the product or the operations to be carried out. At that time you have to decide whether you have to it is having good quality or it is acceptable or not acceptable. That you have to decide here, as well as outgoing quality of the products, that after whole manufacturing of the product, now it goes to the customers. At that time, before that you have to again you have to check whether your outgoing quality products is good or not. And it is overall it is important for improving and maintaining and controlling the quality of the products manufactured. Now different sampling plans are there: single sampling plan, double sampling plan and multiple sampling plan. Okay, we will discuss this single sampling plan, double sampling plan in next video. Okay, before that, once again we will see the what we have seen: the definition of acceptance sampling, 100% inspection and sampling inspection. What is 100% inspection, what is sampling inspection, and what is the purpose of sampling inspection. After that, we have seen advantages of sampling inspection, limitations of sampling inspection, and how the success of sampling scheme depends on especially this randomness, sample size and quality characteristics. This is asked many times in MCQ questions. All these, you remember all these 5 things, as well as the application of acceptance sampling for industry, where you have to use this acceptance sampling in industry, and what are the different types of plans. Okay, thank you. We will next lecture or next video we will learn single sampling plan, double sampling plan, and one important concept, that is operating characteristics curves. And in that there are very important concepts: producer risk, consumer risk, and some important definitions that we are going to learn. Okay, thank you.